Hey, it's Alan Tudyk. I just wanted to reach out and welcome you, along with the Duke of Wesselton, who would like to say, welcome to Magic Our Way, I suppose, with Kevin and Danny, Eli, and now with Rachel. Not a big welcomer, but okay, welcome. And then also K2SO. And there's a fresh one if you mouth off again.
Jumbo, everyone.
Harambe.
And welcome to another edition of
The Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
The Magic Our Way podcast.
They are truly magical and whatnot.
Asante Sana, everyone. You're listening to the Magic Our Way podcast from New Orleans, Louisiana. And on this show, we invite you to feel the libations.
Feel it, feel it.
We are artistic buffs talking about Disney stuff, and this is a show in which every opinion is welcome. MagicOurWay.com is where you can find us for the hub. We present another episode in our series of bad behaviors in the Disney parks. And look, this isn't your typical polished, practiced, pixie dust and Disney podcast. No way. We are not in the parks every day, falling off of rides, getting stuck between monorail doors, or freely getting up and leaving a ride only to wade, quote-unquote, to shore.
That's right, Kevin. We're just here to drink, talk some Disney, and get bad, baby.
That's right. So guess what? While we thinking up, you just listen up while we drinking up.
My name is Kevin.
And I'm Danny.
I'm Eli.
And Rachel is out today, but we are looking forward to her Disneyland trip report later this month, even like next week or something like that. So make sure you stay tuned and stay subscribed so that you can hear about what she learned on her latest travel agent trip out to the Mecca of Disney Parks fans. So, guys, enough of our jibber jabber, man. Let's go get bad. More bad behavior.
Bad to the bone.
Here we are on the Hub, our main topic segment of the show. For this show, we present another set of stories of bad behavior in the world of Disney. So, I humbly turn it over to Eli, who will take us through this journey. Eli, what are we talking about?
Hey, the fans want it, so we got to deliver it.
And there's so much of it.
And it's so much of it, so you got to keep giving it up.
Yeah, it's like the gift that keeps on giving, man.
Yes, so for anyone who's new to this, what we do here on the bad behavior segment is we give out stories that have actually happened and not made up about people that have done some things that we, as the typical travel goer, would not do at Disney.
And you like all those true crime things, too.
I do.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, look, it's still the happiest place on earth. It's just a reminder of what it takes for Disney to keep it happy.
And it makes you happy that these things happen.
Oh, it cheers me up great.
You like human misery.
I got a thing for it. I don't know what it is.
See, I would prefer it if we never have to do these stories. Like if everyone just got along in the parks and there was no problems.
Yeah.
But you like this.
Yes. Well, I'm a true crime misery aficionado.
Maury Povich,
Yeah.
Jerry Springer kind of guy.
kind of Steve Wilkos guy.
Okay.
So if you're a lady that's miserable,
Yes.
Yeah, we can do it.
reach out to Eli.
And so, look, we'll go ahead and kick this off. But yes, for anybody who's new to this, that's how we do it. So, all right, we'll give you the first one.
First one.
So, get this. About 9:50 a.m. in the morning.
Wow, we're like just jumping right. Okay, so it's 9:50 in the morning.
9:50
9:50 in the morning. All right. So early in the morning.
I'm too tired to act bad at 9:50 in the morning.
No, but somebody's always up there. Bad never sleeps.
Maybe it's left over from last night.
I was going to say the worst thing I could do at 9:50 in the morning is show up late to work.
Hey.
What are you talking about? You work at home. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm talking back in the day.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, look, here's the thing. So 9:50 a.m., we have mousekeepers, right?
Mousekeepers.
Is that what it's called, right? The housekeepers that take care of the
third
resort?
party and they're rented now, right? They're still the external third party housekeeper. They're no longer Disney housekeeping.
That's to my knowledge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think they've changed that. So I
So it's
guess,
still housekeeping.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Okay.
Quote unquote. We'll say
So,
quote unquote.
well, all right, we'll just say these mousekeepers, so like the Ralph Marie Cartagena Torres.
Wait, can I buy a vowel? What did you just say? What?
Okay.
Ralph Marie. It sounds like a ninja
Oh,
turtle.
it's a name.
It's a name. I'm sorry. I apologize. Yes, these These names are attached with the mouse keepers.
Okay. Raf Marie, what's that again?
Raf Marie Cartagena.
Cartagena. Okay. Torres. Raf Marie Cartagena.
Raf
all
Marie.
three names.
That's one person with all the names.
Well, you know how it is when you're a criminal. They get like Lee Harvey Oswald. Like they give you all three names.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, that happens.
Well, they're not serial killers, but yes, in some
Okay.
Yes. So
Well, I don't know. I don't know where the story's
that's
going.
fair. That's fair enough.
All right.
I just warned you. And Ashleem Abraham Rodriguez.
Ashleem?
Ashleem?
I might be slaughtering that name.
Well, I broke the law, so to hell with him.
Yeah, there you go.
Slaughter away.
So we do this for the record. How about this? Miss Torres and Miss Rodriguez.
Beautiful.
So these are both women.
These are both ladies.
Oh,
yes.
wow. Raf Marie is a girl's name.
Raf
Yes.
Marie.
I
Yes,
did
sir.
not know that. Okay.
The addition of Marie to Raf makes it female.
I gotcha. All right.
Maybe the dad was Raphael and he was like, hey, look, I want my name in this girl's name anyway.
And the mom was Donatella.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he splintered it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I had Raf Marie. There you
Beautiful.
go.
I like it.
So get this. So Miss Torres and Miss Rodriguez, in one of the resorts, they go into room 8097 with the instructions to clean the room.
I would think that would be most of the instructions when you go in the room, when you work in the housekeeping. But,
Typically, it should be.
yeah, I would
Typically,
hope.
it should be. But on this day, these ladies are not walking into just any normal messy room to clean.
Okay.
It's a very special room.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh,
Yes.
it's like the shining room when the old lady's in the bathtub and gets up. No?
Oh, I mean, I don't know if there's any old ladies up in there.
Okay,
But yes, here's what makes the room so special.
you said it was special. I thought it was shine.
No, well,
Like, if it's
they
special.
hadn't got to clean it yet.
Oh.
So it can't be
It's
shine
not
yet. They
shine.
ain't cleaned it yet, yes. But it's a very particular room. And what makes the room so particular is that Disney set this room up to be a decoy. All right. So
it wasn't a real room that was like on a stage set somewhere.
Well, it was so there's a room in the resort, but yeah, there's no actual guests
There's no
that
guests.
were there.
Oh, it was an empty room.
It's an empty room.
A
Gotcha.
bait room.
A
sort of.
bait
like
room.
like a trap.
Like a decoy room.
When you say a decoy room, it makes me feel like it's not a real room.
What is okay? So
An unoccupied room.
it's an unoccupied room with stuff in it
Gotcha.
to test the loyalty of the mouse keeper.
Actually, Danny, they slid it out the contemporary and they set it up somewhere.
You
Yeah.
see, that's what I was
Yeah, that's
thinking,
exactly
man.
what it
I thought it
is,
was
yeah.
like on a stage
Yeah.
set somewhere.
It's kind of like they were setting this up like a prostitution sting or something because they have a video monitor of the room
Okay.
that is watching another room
Mhm.
by the sheriff and the detectives for the sheriff's office.
Wait, they're in another room watching the room that's being.
Yes, the
Okay.
decoy room.
So that's at least 2 rooms offline
There's
that
2
I can't
rooms.
book.
2 rooms you cannot
that
get.
day.
No
Wow.
matter who the travel agent is, you ain't getting
Can't
these
get
2
it, all right.
rooms. Sorry.
Wait, what hotel is this?
It's the Port Orleans Resort.
Port Orleans.
Oh, New Orleans crime has made it over to the resorts.
You know, that's real immersion in the theming.
Terrible. Terrible.
If they start having to worry about getting your money stolen at Port Orleans is going above and beyond and immersing you in that New Orleans theme.
I know,
I would agree,
man.
Kevin.
Next thing you'll know, you'll have cast members ask us where we got those shoes.
Yeah.
There it is.
There'll be guests pissing in the parking lot on the way back to the room.
So here's the thing, though.
We can make those jokes because we're from here.
Yes.
Well, the reason, all day. The reason why the decoy room was made for these 2 ladies, Miss Torres and Miss Rodriguez, to
It's
go
because they're
through-
lovers and they were trying to catch them
in a
in
torrid
the forbidden
affair,
act of love on Disney.
and then sell it on OnlyFans.
Well, they should put that on only Disney Plus. How would they should put that on? If that's
Only
the
D
case.
plus.
Woo! I watched that. No, the reason, Dan, is Miss Torres pretty much had been under suspicion, but had never been caught for stealing stuff out of people's rooms anyway.
Oh.
It was like catch me if you can.
Aha.
So Disney was like, all right,
We can.
we can
Mhm.
and we will because that's our wish
Okay.
to catch you. So she was on the radar, and it wasn't for getting lightning lane passes. Now they were only focusing on Miss Torres, not Miss Rodriguez. She just happened to, I guess, they were like a team. But yeah, she was on their radar for stealing out the room. So they set up the decoy room, and they have the sheriff's office in an adjoining room watching this through a video feed. Right?
Okay.
Okay. So part of the thing of it being a decor room is they're going to go ahead and throw in stuff that they feel that these mouse keepers would take. So they left $200 in cash as bait.
Mm-hmm.
The money was not just sit out anywhere. It was placed in a black backpack that was within the view of the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They had an iPad.
Mhm.
They had Apple AirPods and some other personal items that were left around. So maybe they had somebody's drawers there to see if somebody won't
Sniff,
go
sniff.
take that. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
With test the kinkiness. You never know what you got.
Craziness.
Okay. So this was something that, Disney has done before. They didn't want to do this again, but yeah, they're like, all right, I want to see how this works. All right. So apparently when Miss Torres goes in the room on video, she's immediately seen going right for the backpack that got the $200 in it, and she's already rifling through it.
She efficient.
That's right. She said there's a backpack, got to be something worth something in there.
Wow.
You laughing?
I'm thinking of Dora. Oh, the housekeeper needs money. Backpack.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when we take money from you?
Hola, dinero. Hola, Dora.
So yes, there's the 200.
I can see the police officers in the next room. Swiper has entered the room. Swiper has entered the room.
Swiper, no swiping.
So
Stealing, no stealing.
she goes ahead. She goes ahead and she takes the she takes the 200
Okay.
out of the backpack
Okay.
because she's even observed on camera counting the money.
She don't trust it.
Yeah, she's like, how you take the money out of somebody else's backpack and it's not run off? You got to
Maybe she's trying to figure if the bills are marked in some kind of a way or something. Maybe she suspects a sting.
She's like, something's going on here, right? So then she takes the cash.
Mm-hmm.
She also counts out about $65. She places it on the television stand. I guess she figures, I don't need all of that. Now she's going ahead and she starts rummaging through. That's Miss Torres, that is.
Okay.
She starts rummaging through all the bags that said tourists would have.
Huh.
So this
Torres or Torres?
Torres is checking through the other
Torres.
bags that if the tourists were there,
Okay.
what they would have. So like we go somewhere, we leave. Everybody knows this,
Torres
right?
robbed the tourists.
Yeah, you know how this works, right? Like you come in from a vacation and you're in your room. You got to hurry up, get the kids ready, everything. You got stuff everywhere. You got your backpack, everything just out everywhere. While you're gone traveling, this lady at that point was like, "Ooh, what else you got up in here?"
But
So
she took the 200,
she took the 200.
left 65 in the backpack.
As a tip.
She left it on like the television stand.
Yeah, but wouldn't that like kind of give it away that wait, my money was not on the television stand; it was in the backpack.
Well, unless she was just like, I only need this right now. Put this on the side.
I was gonna say it would be the smart move to put it back in the bag. I would think
The
And
smart move
maybe
is just
the
to clean the room.
Torres doesn't realize they spent that much money.
So she goes through. She rummages through the other bags,
Mm-hmm.
and the women didn't take any of the Apple products.
Well, that's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trackable. Yeah.
yeah, very trackable.
Makes sense.
And
Yes, it may have been password protected. They were like, I don't know.
yeah, you need somebody
it's
that
tough,
can
yeah.
figure out how to.
That's
get
good to
around
know,
all
though.
that.
That's I like it.
What, okay, so what?
So okay,
Didn't take the Apple stuff. Whatever.
yeah, they didn't take any of the Apple stuff. So as soon as they finish and then they leave out the room, the sheriffs are pretty much waiting for them.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, they take the cash that they have is marked because it's a decor room.
Right.
So they got
Ah.
the serial numbers and everything like that. They know what they're looking for.
Mhm.
And then boom, both women are arrested and charged with theft.
Ah,
Wow. Figuring out a new way to fleece the guests out of money. I figured Disney promoted them to upper management.
so
You're just what we're looking for.
That's how we do it.
How'd you like to run Disney Plus, Mrs. Torres?
Yeah.
you think it up, and we'll make it legal.
How can you take money out of all these people's hands? Like
That's right.
So, as of now, they were still charged. She was still in court. People have tried to reach Ms. Torres and talk to her about it, but she could never be reached for comment
Were you one of those people who tried to reach her for comment?
I did.
Oh,
I wanted some thoroughness and
and a date.
well, I mean, I knew she at least had like $145 she could spend on the date when I went up there. But I don't judge. Oh yeah, I do good grifting.
Grifting.
Yeah, but yes, they were caught, and unfortunately, I mean, like this is the thing, though. I mean, this is the message I would leave, the moral story I would leave. If you're Miss Torres and you've gotten away this far with taking stuff from other people's items in the Disney resort, don't piss on where the mouse eats.
Yeah, you're taking money away from Disney.
Yeah, they're gonna find
that was $200 that was going to go to them. Yeah.
Exactly blame them for emulating the behavior of their employers now, can you?
Yeah, there's that. There is that.
I mean, Disney's already taken us for thousands. What's a couple hundred?
That was a couple of hundred.
Pinching pennies, Danny. They're pinching pennies.
But she's not in a suit. She's not in a suit.
Oh, well, you see there. That's why I said.
Well, that was the problem.
Perfect for upper management.
But she was good enough. She was she was good enough to hide the money she took because they could not pin her on anything else, and they had to go through this elaborate process just to confirm it.
Kathleen Kennedy keeps stealing her money, and no one's firing her. Where's the sting operation on that?
Yeah, what hotel she need to stay in? Stop making these crappy ass decisions on movies.
This would be like Catch Me If You Can now. Disney's going to hire to capture all the other housekeepers that are stealing money.
That would be funny.
Huh, well, that's sad.
That is sad, especially it happened at the Port Orleans,
which is expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
Before you know, we're going to get mugged in New Orleans Square. In Disneyland.
Gonna hold you up. You're like, I'm from New Orleans. Like, I am too. What are you doing?
Yeah.
So hopefully they figured that out with her, and hopefully they got a better replacement for Mrs. Torres that will take care of the room without digging into the guest property.
Well, there you go, people. Disney does care about you keeping some of your money.
That way you can give it to them.
Yes. And to watch. Wow, that's intense.
Yeah, true crime.
All right, so March 29th of this year,
2023.
All
right, a few months ago.
Yeah. Robert Fitzpatrick, he's 36, was caught making his own stew in Ratatouille this past March.
Making his own stew.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so here's the thing. While Mr. Fitzpatrick went on the Ratatouille ride, which we've all been on, right? How I put this, making his own stew bit, he was loving himself.
Oh.
On the ride itself. So, you know, like we did the trip report where there was the kid that like dropped his backpack and then like that stopped the whole ride. Okay. So imagine if that kid had no one else in the car with him and then was bored and then decided to like whip it out and be happy that you're out there on the ride right there by himself. I don't know how the nice way to put it.
Masturbate?
That is a better word.
That would be the technical
That is
word.
the word.
Yes.
That is technically what happened, and he finished.
He finished.
He finished.
Okay.
Wow.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's good for him or anyone else.
I mean, it's not good for whoever followed after that.
Yeah, I know. You got to clean that stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right?
And we thought dragging your backpack on the track was the worst thing you could do during the ride.
I don't know if I could have yelled at him.
I would have yelled at him.
I mean, yeah, but it's like, what?
Yeah, because, I mean, there's more than one mouse in the same vicinity.
Well, how did he get a whole car to himself?
He requested it.
You could request a whole car to yourself?
Apparently.
He wanted to sit alone on the ride, and that's what kind of got the other cast members' spidey senses going.
You think?
Just a little bit, right?
Wow, yeah, that would definitely attract attention if somebody's like, I need to be sitting completely alone in my
I need to be alone with my thoughts on the ride. Just gotta be alone and stretch out.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, he requested that. The cast members thought that was weird, and so there were some cast members. Apparently, it's like a surveillance room.
So they're watching him the whole
They're
way.
watching him the whole time.
Okay.
And so,
whoa, they didn't stop the ride the minute they saw him.
All right. Let me interject here.
You want to interject all this stuff?
Yeah, because I mean, I presented this to Eli to
I went for
present
the
on the
action.
show.
Okay.
But this one, we just have to read the actual complaint. That's publicly found on Orange County registers, Orange County's clerk of court. So anybody can access this. There's nothing that I'm I'm reading word for word. I may add some words here just to make it clear because this is I started reading this. I was like, this is a freaking epic complaint.
It's deep. It's very deep.
Yes. So this comes from the arresting officer that came through to do this, and he
After
got
he
a
was
chance.
finished.
Right. So after all done, and in fact, the officer says 1,800 hours. So after all that was done, that's when the officer showed up to Epcot, and he got the testaments of 2 cast members. Now, I'd like to read the 2 testaments if y'all don't mind here. Because this is just amazing to me.
Oh, my brother, testify.
Yes. So this is from the words of the officer who typed up this complaint. And I quote, Disney management escorted me to the surveillance room where cast members were monitoring the ride lifetime. I met with the first cast member, Mr. Name Redacted, who advised the following in both a sworn, written, and verbal statement.
Okay.
On March 29th, 2023, redacted name cast member was in the tower control of Remy's Ratatouille Adventure when he was notified by load cast member of a guest, Robert, who was alone in a rat, which is keyword for cart of the ride. Redacted name cast member advised generally guests share the cart with other people, and it was suspicious that the guest was in the cart alone.
Just like you said. Yep.
At approximately 2040 hours, redacted cast member name advised the guest began touching his genital area through his pants and later lit a cigarette, causing
The ride to
the
stop.
cast member to stop the ride.
He did it, twice?
Yeah. The cast member, name redacted, gave an announcement over the loudspeaker or the PA system and advised smoking is not permitted on the ride.
Sir, please do not.
But touching your genitals is fine.
I think it was dark enough that he probably didn't
Maybe
see
he
it.
just thought he was itching down there.
Yeah, maybe it was
So
just a
he
hitch,
didn't finish at this point. He
No,
smoked.
there's more.
Okay, you see, I would think you would smoke after you've. Okay, never mind. Go
Maybe
ahead.
that's his kink. I don't know. Maybe he needs the smoke to get him to that next level.
Apparently, animated rodents in 3D is his king.
Yeah, I was gonna
Apparently,
say,
yeah.
what is? There's nothing about the. I dropped it. It's just I was gonna say there's nothing about the ride that.
That's sexy.
Yeah, that's sexy. I love to be under the oven. It's so hot.
Yeah.
But yes. So twice smoking.
To advise him not to smoke, it's not permitted. And then, so cast member reset the ride and continued monitoring all of the guest carts.
Okay.
The cast member advised the subject once again began to vape and began touching his genitals over his pants the second time.
Oh boy.
The cast member once again made an announcement reference smoking is not permitted and began the ride once again.
Did he say you in the purple shirt sitting in the car by yourself? Already
Stop
being
it.
suspicious. Put the cigarette and the dick down. I mean, we were there. Some kid dragged his backpack on the track, and the guy walked in there like, "Who broke my ride?
Who's jerking off my ride?
Yeah."
Oh, man. All right. So the story continues. A few moments later, cast member observed the subject viewing pornography on his cell phone.
Oh, wait a minute. What?
Yeah.
This is after the 2 stops, and then they observed him viewing pornography on the cell phone. The subject then reached his right hand into his pants and began masturbating to the video.
He pulled it out. He pulled out the one-eyed monster. And I ain't talking about the one from Monsters Inc. either.
Okay, like I would at least be like, well, this guy's got a kink for animated rats, but now he's just watching pornography. And why not do this at home?
Yeah, I know, right? Exactly.
I mean, surely your TV and
Maybe Disney has better Wi-Fi.
I have never heard that before.
that's not true.
I know.
You
But
know that's
there's
not
more.
true.
There's more.
Yes.
A few minutes after 2100 hours, the subject took the penis out of his pants and continued masturbating openly before urinating inside the cart.
Oh,
Wait, what?
wait. He didn't come. He urinated?
He urinated at this point, yes.
I get what?
But there's more.
No, that's enough.
Yeah, cast member immediately contacted security as well as law enforcement. Cast member advised the subject continued to masturbate until ejaculation and later exited the cart at approximately 21:25 hours.
Yeah, I had that, but not that he did the
This is
number
all in
one.
the official report.
No,
the official
I am
complaint, yeah.
with you.
Wow, whoever cleaned that card afterwards was not getting paid enough money.
They probably said, "Give me mousekeeping. I hear you
Yeah.
at least get 100 and some off for that."
Give me a backpack to take money out
Get
of.
that.
I was going to say, like, this guy is clearly in need of a rubber room at the puzzle factory, but at the same time, he was smart enough to request a cart by himself. So he can't be that crazy.
Well, you can't. I guess he figured he couldn't stretch himself out with people there.
I think he figured that if he did this with a family of 4, and
That's a small cart.
and somebody caught him
In the back seat.
playing with little Remy in the back seat, that would have ruined his vacation plans pretty quickly.
Well, the pissing sound, I'm sure, would have got me.
Little
Well,
bit.
yeah, a little bit. He would
Just
have
a little
gotten
bit, yeah.
Yeah, why you gonna piss in the cart?
he would have gotten knocked the hell out by somebody on that.
somebody would have been.
Oh,
He
that dad would have pushed
would have
him
swung that backpack and knocked him out.
Well,
But anyway, needless to say, there was a Mrs. cast member, redacted name, that also made witness to the same thing. And then the officer that made this complaint viewed the surveillance video and confirmed everything that was said.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
And they caught it on the body cam, so they were able to get the surveillance video like that. And so that's where the complaint is. And he had, I think the latest thing is that they had his arraignment, or I don't know if it's called arraignment, but they had a hearing on the end of July. And so it was basically to confirm that he was competent to testify in court. So then there's another court date later this month.
Yeah, but this dude. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's essentially the complaint which any of you guys can access for Robert Fitzpatrick on the Orange County Clerk of Court's website.
But there's a little extra more bonus footage on top of that.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
he did more?
Yes, because it turned out when they started to do the dig on this guy, he was already a wanted man.
Oh wow.
Oh,
There
what?
were warrants out for his arrest for sex crimes in California.
He jerked off on Magic Mountain or something?
He must have went to Disneyland and did it there too.
Blue Bayou.
Maybe he was with the guy that just was in the cab or something. He said, "Hey, you mind if I sit in the back alone?"
He turned into Mater's junk jamboree.
Just knocked it out. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. So yes, he's done this plenty of times before
gosh.
in other states and other locations, and there were warrants on him about that. But yeah, it never was included in the Orange County report. So he's
Yeah,
pretty prolific.
It wouldn't have been included in the report because but the history digging on the prosecution side for sure, would have pulled that up.
yeah. I mean, that's crazy,
That's
right?
crazy, dude.
It's going to be hard for him to play with himself when he's wearing a straitjacket, but I'm not sure how crazy this dude is. Because, like I said, he had the presence of mind to figure out how to do this in a way that he'd be able to get away with it for a while. But you are right, Kev. There is that spot where they bring you together
Mm-hmm.
and there's 2 cars aside.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm curious how, like, there's no way
Who's
that.
in the other car?
Right. There's no way that other family members and stuff did not bear witness in some way, shape, or form to this.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no doubt.
that's true. Because, like, I mean, when we went on our trip and we saw the dude with the backpack,
Yeah.
I mean, it was clear as day. Like, hey, what's going on? But yeah,
Even before that part where you stopped, you were acutely aware that there were 2 cars to the side of you the entire
You can't
time.
miss it. Yeah.
Right.
yeah, you don't want to be that kid in the other car looking over and saying, "Bobby, why is that guy convulsing over there?" I mean, that's
It's crazy though. It's like
very
I need
awkward.
privacy. I need my own rat.
What's even crazier than that is so the fun at Epcot just don't stop there, right? So then, like the next day,
Oh, get another one?
yeah, well, it's kind of like a side piece because it's kind of like the same thing.
Oh, let's
What
hit the side piece.
is.
Here we go.
Yeah,
How could it possibly be the exact same thing?
it's just funny that it's the next day.
Okay.
And then there's a different person, but they do the same thing roughly.
Was it his cousin? Like, Bobby Fitzpatrick?
I mean, maybe he sat in the ride after this dude did all his business and like
He smelled the pheromones. He's like, oh, I got to do this too.
had some transference
That
or
was
something.
contagious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Contagion. That's like the movie.
That's it. It's a progressive time. know.
So where'd this one take place?
So no, this was still at Epcot.
Okay.
Still
Gossip
at
Rewind.
And
Things flying everywhere.
yet another man just
slinging
is so
around.
happy to be out there at Epcot. He's got it slinging. Yeah,
Where at? Just like
Well, what?
in the park, or what we got?
he was back at Remy's.
Again?
Yeah,
What the hell is it with people with rats?
I don't know. All I can say is the next day, the March 30th,
Uh-huh.
a Disney cast member, but this time a manager, right, says this guy's name is Sherwin Shayagan.
Sherman, say it again. What?
Sherwin Shayagan. I want to say shenanigans.
I was going to say Sherman
again.
Shayagan.
Shayagan.
Yes.
Is that Irish? What is that?
I'm not Irish, but I don't know. But
Say it to me one more time. Once is never enough.
Oh.
So just say it again.
Ooh, it's shaking off.
All right.
So,
Wow,
so
okay.
this person was listed as constantly causing issues inside the park. That's
constantly
what this,
causing.
Constantly
Yes.
causing issues inside the park.
So apparently, this guy had it so bad that when the authorities showed up to talk to him about exposing himself, right, he was throwing items at the authorities,
Oh, so
throwing
he was
items on the
violent,
ground.
this
Just-
one.
he did not like it. Yeah, and
Just
whatnot.
anything in his pockets, like his wallet, his
Just-
whatever. Like,
His jizz.
oh, dude.
I'm not ready for this. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, no, look, he apparently after he was done with the ride,
So he finished the ride at least. So
he finished. He
He's
was
better than our last guy.
He
Yeah,
did, apparently, yeah, he didn't want to do it by
He
himself,
learned from the other guy.
but he wanted to go to his hotels, right? So he's like waiting for a taxi,
Okay.
and so there's a deputy sometime like a little ways down, right? And he's writing some paperwork on somebody else, like somebody trespassed or something. Maybe it was someone that hopped the fence or something.
Oh my
Somebody
gosh.
tried to run up a. I don't know. It doesn't say, but there's just this deputy that's writing this report. He's just finishing up like do, and then all of a sudden, Mr. Sherwin there pulls out his Sherby, and right there pulls out his clothes
In front of the cop?
Yeah, just in the general vicinity where the cop happened to be. You see what I'm
Oh,
saying?
damn.
Outside of Remy's Ratatouille Adventure.
He's exposing it to anybody who happens to come across it.
This is like, man, people just have this like a weird fetish for rats or something. Like,
Look at it.
This is like
Look at it.
like-
Love it.
freaking Willard or something, dude.
Touch my rat. Secret
But-
schminky.
Yeah, he was. So he wasn't on the ride. He wasn't on the ride.
He had
was just,
gotten off
he
the
was,
ride.
He was, yeah.
And got off after
He
the
got
ride.
off
But he
after
was
right,
by.
yeah.
He was in Epcot by the attraction.
He was right adjacent.
Yeah, so I guess he saw some people and just like, yeah, nobody's really gonna care. You know, it's France.
Oh, I like your crepe.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out and pull out my pepe. And then, like, next thing you know, this dude's like, hey, you got to put your pepe back in your pants.
Could you
And-
pepe le pew?
Yes. So, all that really happened to him, though, it wasn't to the extent of the first guy. He just pretty much got charged with a misdemeanor for exposing his organs. I guess since he didn't really do it in a ride, it was just like out there.
Oh, this
Well,
guy.
so he
did.
just showed it, but he didn't touch it.
Well, he exposed it.
Okay,
Hence the word.
That's so hot.
Still bad, but I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it's
like,
terrible. Yeah.
not nearly as bad as.
But still, what's going on there? It's like the day after something like that happens.
Ah, we in France. We.
Mm.
That's like one of the busiest areas in that park right now
yeah,
because of
Yeah.
that ride and the crepe place and all that stuff. Maybe that's their kink. They like voyeurism in that man.
Well, there's a
Yeah,
high
man.
amount of traffic though in that area. When we went, it was like it was crazy with the lines. It was crazy to try to navigate to
Maybe
get
that's what
there.
they like. Maybe that's what they like.
it's as they say, Kevin. Anyone can jerk off.
Oh, even you. They teach you how to do this.
Don't ask me. I'm just a figment of your fantasy.
No, right? God damn, though. Like, you know, don't
Man.
nobody want that soup you making, Brett. You know,
Remy's masturbating adventure.
Yeah,
Wow, dude, that's messed up.
bad behavior.
That is definitely bad behavior.
Oh, that
On-
definitely qualifies as bad
Yeah,
behavior.
that's
Boy,
like-
have mercy. I'd be
yes.
curious to see how the cases pull out. But
Yeah,
now that I know like how to find this stuff,
Yes,
it's like I'm curious to see how this progresses.
it's really crazy because when the news for something like this happens, you can go even further than that and see how they pleaded and what they said. And I'm kind of like, what is there to defend?
Oh yeah, Fitzpatrick pleaded not guilty. By the way, if you
Yeah.
care.
That was not my weeding guy.
Yeah, I read that right from the clerk.
I
court
found
website.
that in my pocket. I wasn't mine.
That was no cigarette. It's a video. The video
Yeah,
does weird
yeah,
things. It looks like it, but it's not.
These I know I'm wearing these pants, but this is my boy's pants. He must have put his penis in there.
It's so hot in Florida, Yana.
This ain't my phone with the porn on it.
Your Honor, I was wearing my 3D glasses. I didn't realize
Let alone how big it was.
Yes.
I thought it was a joystick.
it was
right?
coming right at me.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I thought this was like a Space Ranger spin. I was shooting things.
Yes,
Like
I was trying not to put my eye out.
I got scared. You know when he runs under the oven and everything, and the hand comes out, and grabs you. I did the same thing. I just took the hand, grabbed myself. I didn't know.
In fact, I'm still dizzy under the oven that was hot.
Hey, come on! This is the magic. Feel the magic. Yeah.
Remember the magic. Remember this magic.
Talk about setting off fireworks in the
Oh,
evening.
I
man.
don't want to remember. Like, I'm worried that next time
Harmonious.
I go, I'm going to get that urinated ejaculated
Let it
car.
see,
Oh,
right?
I wish they would have put that in the report which car it was.
Oh, they don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They should. I hope they took it off the rack or whatever you call
They're
it.
going to have to go create its own line.
Let anyone who wants to sit down with by themselves.
It's like writing in the
this
front of
one
a
is for
coaster.
you.
You gotta
Well,
use
wouldn't
all
like
that.
a suspicious request, but then somehow Disney, I guess, has to honor it? Like,
It's
to walk
customer
right up-
service, yeah.
Like, so if I go to, and I'm like, look, I want my own Space Mountain car. They have to honor my request?
I flew the Millennium Falcon by myself.
Because there was no one there.
There was no one there. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. That's what I was
I
getting to.
get that. Like, if there's no one there, but like, if you make that kind of a strange request, I mean, obviously, the
Something's
attention
up.
is going to be on you. Yeah, exactly.
Especially if it's busy, because that ride's usually pretty
yeah.
busy.
Oh,
And to be able to get a car like that, I mean, I guess that's why the original cast member was like, hey, man, we shouldn't have done that. But
Well-
still, that's weird.
well,
I bet he looked shiesty as hell, though, too.
I'm kind of happy they did do it though, because I mean, you don't know how crazy this guy is. I don't think he's all that crazy because he was smart enough to ask for the own car.
Right.
But let's say he is that crazy, and he would have done that with the family in the car with him. It would have gotten violent. It
Well,
would have
he is
gotten-
competent enough to hold trial, so that's been determined.
Oh,
he's
that's
so you're
definitely
good.
competent
Yeah, so
enough
you're
to hold
totally-
trial.
That's an
Right.
uncomfortable situation.
Dude, man, if my
It's
family was in a
looking
car, I would have beat that dude,
Oh yeah.
and I probably would have been kicked out the park. I don't know.
And I bet you that's why he asked for a car by himself, because he knew he would have gotten his ass whooped.
Yeah. Those crazy minorities.
As he
hitting on
should
him.
have.
No, he definitely should have got his ass whooped.
Jeez. That's
Ouch.
crazy, man. Why do that? That's just terrible, man.
Mucho terrible.
Sorry to hear it. No, I'm sad.
Oh man, I don't want you to be sad.
Don't be sad.
You brought
No, I'm
this
not sad.
up.
No,
It
it's
was
bad,
sad.
man. No, it's
Let
good.
him do,
Yeah,
follow
yeah.
me out the next
It's good.
day.
It's good. Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow. Some
Not
crazy
as
people
much
out there.
alcohol in the Magic Kingdom park as there is in the Epcot park, though.
Yeah,
Good point.
yeah. That gives them confidence. It's
That's-
liquid confidence.
A lot of the stuff that we've been pulling for this
Like
segment.
Robert Fitzpatrick?
Well, no. Oh, jerking. No.
Pulling.
Yeah, just like because I know you've had a couple of stories. I've thrown some stories out.
Yeah.
before. They've all started to happen in Epcot because someone's tore up.
So obviously going to connect drinking with that kind of behavior.
Well, no.
Well, no,
Right.
They shouldn't, but people will.
People will, yeah.
Yeah,
But-
that's the problem.
they just
Prohibition.
These are just some strange folks,
No.
and it's always that one. It's not the norm.
Oh,
to do
I see what
something
you're
like
saying.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
right.
yeah.
You're right.
Yes.
No, to me, the strange folks are the people who do this kind of stuff. And then you've got simple, reductive reasoning people who are like, "Oh, look at that! That's how people act when they drink." No, that's how idiots act when
That's
they
how
drink
a
in the park.
crazy person reacts.
Yeah,
Right.
just,
There
alcohol
and-
just lets them be the idiot that they're supposed to be.
Right.
Instead of putting up the
Exactly.
wall that they face to everybody else.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But a lot of stuff is starting to happen in there. So look, as far as I'm
It could have been
concerned,
alcohol that set them off. Could have been somebody bumping into them in line.
a lot. That's happened. A lot of stuff.
Anything.
Yeah,
The
anything
heat.
would have set that guy off. That day.
Prices.
Oh, now that's that's a protest.
Yeah,
I'm drinking
I know.
off because these prices too high.
I know. Like, why would you even like do anything like this that would get you kicked out of the parks when you spent that much money?
I
to
know,
be there?
right? That's a lot of
Like,
money.
you could go do that at a mall and not
Right.
pay
But that don't have the impact.
$150 to get in.
No,
There's no
Yeah.
impact with that, Danny. I can't see. There's no impact in the
they're like,
mall.
hey, can I buy these tennis shoes? Ugh, never mind. I don't need them no more.
Yeah,
I don't
Journeys.
need
If I
them.
do it in Journeys, there's no impact there.
I know.
Oh well, thanks for that. Those couple of stories.
Thanks,
of,
thank you.
Yeah,
bad
thank
behavior.
you for that.
And hopefully, I know Harry loves these, so enjoy these, Harry.
There's a
Let us
couple of
know.
people I know. Some people I like say, hey
Jeez.
man, those stories is crazy.
And these stories are monumental.
Hey, look, there's not. Can I just say this?
Say it.
Not a lot of podcasts out there that not only will give you the news and all that other fun stuff, but we care. We care. We want to let you know. You sit in that ride, somebody busting the nut in there. When you went,
Bust a nut, grab a bag of corn nuts and bust a nut.
Yes, sir. Boy, I haven't put that one out in a while.
No, you have not.
Yes.
And thank Christ it hadn't been that much of a need for it up until this
it's
moment.
Nice. It's nice to be bad for a bit.
Yeah, well, guys, look, tell us know what you think of these particular cases, and of course, like I said, a lot of this stuff can be found on Orange County Clerk of Court website. So if you're into that, like Eli is, you can keep track of how the cases are progressing through all the different hearings and stuff, and see how, like, say, Robert Fitzpatrick ends up, and see what happens and whatnot. But yeah, do you know any stories of bad behavior that you want us to talk about, man? If so, get in touch with us and let us know, man. We're about to tell you how to do that in just a little bit. Quick announcement, guys. Look, man, it is August 2023, and you know what that means?
It's hot.
It's hot. It's hot in the city of New Orleans as well as most of the Gulf South.
Oh, wait, hurricane season.
Oh, it's hurricane season.
yeah.
Oh, that sucks. So the El Nino, save us right now. Hopefully you keep the hurricanes away.
School. You guys.
Because El Nino, you are the strongest storm out of all. So there you go. And school. People going back to school down here in the South.
Yeah,
right?
that's what's happening.
Up there in North, y'all don't do that yet.
What else you got? That's all that's happening.
Hey, man, NFL is back. Football Norteamericano is back. Not football soccer, but football Norteamericano.
Oh, the real
NFL,
football.
The NFL is back. Yes, the real football.
Yeah.
So, yeah, look, this is all to say that it is time for weekend fantasy football leagues. I didn't say league. I said leagues. That's plural. We got 2 leagues, Big Cheddar Mountain and Cash Mountain.
Woo, baby.
right.
And if we need to, we will add to this mountain range if enough of you Mohicans out there love football and also want to play with us.
That's right. We can
the
do
host.
Expedition Idiot.
Yeah, we can
Yes.
we can think about another league.
We
Look,
can come up with another mountain.
and these are all low stakes, man. These are all $20 leagues
Yeah.
that we've been doing. So you'll earn a little bit of money, but just enough to keep it interesting.
It's for fellowship
And
purposes.
it's for fellowship. And look, if you're a Patreon subscriber, or if you've won before, your league fee is taken care of. So check out our Patreon /Magic Our Way, and you can take part in that, or you can just pay the fees and it'll all be good. But yeah, it's a lot of fun time because you get to play with us. You get to do a live draft with us. Ask any of the long time weekends. We have our own private Facebook groups. You can chat with us, talk as much as you want. Although a lot of weekends don't really talk as much. It's kind of funny. It's cute, but it's like, if you can.
We've had a few that we've done the draft.
Yeah.
The draft was
Yeah,
over, and then
yeah.
we talked well beyond that time.
Yeah. We got a lot
That's
of long time
happened.
weekends in there. Harry, we talk about Eric G. He's been in there. He even won once. Lee will hopefully he'll join us. I think Offers on Weekend's going to do a call out to see who's returning, and then we'll figure out how many open spots we got.
That would be interesting. There would be a lot of hype on that one. If
Yeah, because Lee won last year, so we got to figure out a way to take him over.
And he knew less about football than we do now.
And that's the point, guys. Like, you don't have to know a lot about football in order to have fun in this league.
No.
I do a weekly thing of announcements, shout outs, and stuff like that. And you just get, whatever you get. You get your husbands or your wives, whoever's in the football in your family, or your kids, your sons, daughters, whomever that's really into football. Grandma, if grandma's into football, tap her and freaking help her out with your league. But, you don't have to have any experience. It doesn't really matter. It's a very small buy-in. You get to participate with us. So if you're interested, man, in any of the weekend fantasy football leagues, shoot us an email at show@magicourway.com, and we'll get you in that number, man. It'll be awesome.
Be our guest. Be our guest. Put our service to the test. Tie your napkin.
Welcome to Guest Services, a segment in which we get to service you, the listener. And to start off, I want to give a quick shout out and hello to very long time listener Greta M. She reached out to us via Instagram, and all of you guys out there are welcome to do the same. You can slide into our DMs anywhere we have DMs. Whatever the hell that means.
We had a lot of DMs.
We have a lot of DMs. So Instagram,
into
TikTok,
DMs.
Twitter, or now X, or
Direct
Facebook,
messaging.
direct messaging, or
Yeah.
just text, or just call Eli. I don't know, whatever.
That's what the slide into the DM is.
Yeah, slide it to everything we got.
Get the DM.
Yeah,
We have a plethora of DMs.
we are open to you sliding
Yes.
into
All
that.
the DM. What
swinging
you
past
want.
our knees.
Yes. And Greta says that her son is also currently in a production of Little Mermaid Jr.
Oh.
up where she lives, and her son is playing the role of Sebastian.
Ha-ha!
So she mentioned that as a reply to one of the shows where I mentioned that my daughters were in a production of Little Mermaid Jr. down here over the summer for a summer theater camp. So I wanted to give a quick shout out to Greta's son and I hope that he had a great run under the sea.
Oh, I hope so.
He was Sebastian. He sang the
Yeah.
song. He got the song. He got the Under the Sea song.
That's the
That
showstopper
is
right
the
there,
showstopper.
man.
And he got to do it. Little Greta M got to do it. That was awesome. And also Greta says this, and this is probably more directed to Rachel. But Greta states that they have been to Storyland twice, and she feels bad that it was closed for when Rachel's family went.
Oh, the Storyland in New Hampshire?
Yeah, the Storyland park where Rachel went.
Okay.
And they showed up and it was closed because the The moose should have told them, but they didn't, and whatnot. So they ended up doing something else or whatever.
Oh,
But
wow.
yeah, she confirms. Greta confirms that the weather also has been pretty horrible as of late. You know, with the Canadian smokes and just the weather they've been having. Yeah, just closing down the park.
Lord.
So yeah, definitely shout outs to Greta and her family. Always great to hear from you. She's been a long time listener to the show.
Well, I think the
So,
weather
yeah.
up there is bad, man. It should be down here.
Oh man, the temperatures suck right
It's like
now.
98 degrees outside.
On a cold day, it's 98 degrees.
Terrible.
As
terrible.
your son might tell you, the seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake.
Not down here. It is greener, but it's hot and humid.
And that's a big mistake.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a big mistake. That's right. So thanks, Greta. Thanks for writing in. Always great to hear from you. So write in anytime.
Who's next?
All right. And next and finally, I'm going to give shout outs once again to Tommy B, who we shouted out a couple weeks back, as well as Harry, the Mohican legal consultant.
Oh, yeah.
They both indicated they would like to join me for lunch at Commander's Palace with the 25-cent martinis.
Oh, man.
Holy
No.
shit.
No.
So,
No, you don't.
Oh, my God. That's so wrong.
yeah,
Like, if Kevin ever wants to release the video for that podcast,
Oh,
he is
my
more
God.
than welcome. Because if you could see behind me right now, Kevin was laid out on my couch.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Finally, I had to say, like, screw it. Go lie down.
Oh, my gosh.
And we did the show while Kevin nested
yes.
comfortably.
For some context, go and check out show number 480 titled Rachel's Mother/Son Walt Disney World Trip Part 1.
Uh-huh.
no.
As you listen, you notice that my voice has a funny sound to it, as if I was taken hold by some mysterious power.
Yeah.
On the day of that recording, some workers and I took a half day and enjoyed lunch at Commander's Palace,
I can't.
which is known for serving 25-cent martinis during lunchtime.
It was like Kevin's tongue had grown three like the
times too
Grinch's
big.
heart.
Oh,
That's
it
right.
couldn't fit in your mouth anymore.
Terrible.
I respect you so much for throwing this out there if you're doing it.
No, I'm all about full transparency and the loveliness of Commander Palace 25. Because look, as I mentioned several times in that intro, if you remember, just because it is 25 cents, Commander's Palace does not hold back.
Nope.
Needless to say, you'll hear me start the show, and then shortly after, I completely disappeared. And if you are curious, I am posting a video that explains how that recording session went. It's actually kind of hilarious.
You actually
Put it. Yeah, I put it all, you know, 'cause I do a lot of videos that we post out, and I have no problem. It's like,
Oh,
look,
man.
this is why I disappeared on that episode. No shame, whatever.
We should have done like commentary on that if that was the case.
I think y'all might have. I don't know, but
If you want, we could also add to the commentary the time that you vomited in Vincent's parking lot.
oh Lord have mercy that night.
Yeah, we could.
Can I just say this?
Yes.
There's a lot of different people, and myself included, that they get drunk, just something happens, you're like, hey, you all right? And then they just ask, yeah, no, whatever. Kevin, when you on that level, like, Kevin, you gonna die. Kevin,
Yep.
don't do nothing. Like, I felt like if you drive home and something happens to you, I remember telling you this.
I
don't know if you
remember, yeah, I
I was
remember
like,
that.
if you
Yes.
drive off and something happens, I'm going to go over there and kill you myself.
Yep.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Can't help
no,
me
I
get
remember
home, yeah.
saying that to him. I was like, I don't want your daughter coming back. Like when she's like
Oh,
20
man.
years old, like, you let my father drive and let him down. Now I'm taking you out.
Did you tell him to comment about when you passed out on camera?
Oh my God, he passed out on the
Oh
microphone.
no, that footage. I have the clips ready to go.
No, don't
so-
show him the footage.
No, I'm
not
not showing the footage because I looked it back and I was laughing my ass off. I was like,
when your head was like,
yeah.
Oh, my God.
because Rachel was like, you know, I was trying to get through it professionally, and then, but when his head went for, I just can't. And then you started to mimic me, and I started dying laughing and watching the video.
It
Because
was,
I was like, oh my God, what the happened to me?
yeah, because I was watching the laptop while Rachel was telling the story.
Yeah.
And then Danny was like, hey, is he okay? And I was like, I'm listening to Rachel. And then, like, I
It's funny
watch
'cause
you.
Danny's like,
yeah. I was trying to get Eli to look. I'm like, he's passing out.
He's passing out.
Over there.
And I'm like,
I was
whatever. Rachel's talking.
in
And
my
then,
head,
like,
I was trying so hard. But I was
like
trying
this-
so hard.
but the freaky part is he's ahead of the curve. Danny's ahead of the curve, right? He sees it happening before it
Oh
happens.
yeah.
And so, like, I'm like, yeah, all right, Rachel, tell him about the trip. That's awesome. And all of a sudden, I just see your face, like press forward against the camera. I'm like, and I look over to Danny, and like Rachel is still telling the story. And I'm looking over, and I'm bothering Danny. He dead. He dead. That man just dropped dead on film, like right there. He dead.
I love it because Danny's just like, hey, why don't you just go lay down over there, man? You say, I'll
yeah.
take you see. Just go over there. And I complied, and I just totally just
You
passed
sure
out.
had no choice.
Oh yeah, you were like
I was
totally
out.
cool. Like,
You're like,
yeah.
wow, ass to ceiling. It was on Danny's video. It's
Oh
great.
my God.
It was awesome.
There are so many other friends in our lives when they are drunk. They're like, I'm not drunk. No, I'm fine. No, I got like just refuse to admit it. You. To your credit,
yeah.
you're like,
That's true.
yeah, like over there looks very comfortable. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go do that.
Yeah, because there's a pillow there, and it's like,
There
yeah,
is.
damn sure that was very comfy.
There's a reason there's a pillow there
I've
because
slept
this
there.
is not my first rodeo.
Yeah. I slept there many a night myself.
Speaking of that, it's like, so shout outs to Tommy and Harry for recognizing it, because I know
Yes.
they know what that's like, because they both of them have very extensive New Orleans experiences.
Well, that's the point. It's
Yeah.
like, if they're going to drink with you on that 25 cent night, be prepared.
Oh, we're not recording a show that night. We're just partying the rest of that night.
Holy.
But look, I just want to say shout
Yes.
outs to Danny,
Yes.
Eli, and Rachel for holding on the fort while I was incapacitated at that show. Because I think I edited it. Yeah, I did edit that show. And I was like, I was just laughing because I sounded so and so shout outs to
I
you
remember
guys
telling
holding it.
that to you too. I was
Yes.
like, dude, when you listen back to that show, you're gonna realize
Oh, it was bad.
why we had to take you off, and I ended up doing because I remember
You did the
we
intro.
switched seats.
We did, yeah.
Before you had your incident where you couldn't even
Yes.
sit up straight. Like you and I switched seats, and I did all the intros because you were
Yep.
just fumbling over every intro.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. And yes, look, perhaps we can all do a Mohican lunch at Commander's and enjoy the 25-cent martinis. Maybe that could be a meetup one day as Disney fans.
Do it
Oh,
next
my.
year. I'm running out of days
Because guess what?
off.
No, guess what? 25-cent martinis is a lot cheaper than what they're giving at Disney World right now.
Like, no defense right now. That's awesome.
No, none, man. Yeah, so if we want to plan that, Rachel, I'm sure, could book y'all's vacation down in New Orleans. We'll do 25-cent martini lunch at Commander's in the balcony room, and it'll be a good time. So yeah, thanks guys for writing in. And look, if you want to share your experiences or thoughts or anything, they're always welcome on the show at magicourway.com. Seriously, every opinion is welcome on anything that we talk about. And it could be on any social media platform. So any of our videos, any of our stuff, we welcome it all. We will not shoo you.
No shoo-shooing.
No shoo-shooing in this podcast, because every Disney fan should have a voice at somehow. Okay.
Yes.
And that's what we thrive on. So we love to hear you guys. Always love to hear from the long time of weekends. Again, show at magicourway.com. Thank you so much. Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed that episode of the Magic Our Way podcast. And look, magicourway.com is the way to go. There you will find our social media links, past episodes, and more. Also, if you want to get in touch with us to share your opinions on anything we have talked about, you can do so through the following ways. First, shoot us an email at show@magicourway.com, or you can call or send us a text message. I did say text us at 1-815-MOWEEKEND. That is 1-815
Mo Weekend.
669-4226. And of course, we have a couple of people that do things outside of the podcast. First of all, we got Eli, does things with comics. Eli, what you got, sir?
Yeah, man. What I got is always a thanks for everyone who has supported me with the comics endeavor. For those who do not know what I do, you can always visit www.ivorycomics.com, where you can see all the work that I have there. Project Geisha, Savages, and of course, About to Be Damned. There's also blogs and interviews, and of course, a link to the Magic Our Way podcast, so you never miss an episode. You never miss a beat, a review, whatever you need. That's what we do. That's how Synergy works. So as always, I appreciate you going to www.ivorycomics.com. See all that goodness. Get it in your life.
All that synergy.
That's it.
You provide the energy, we provide the sin.
That's right. Bring it right back to where it needs to be.
That's right.
That's good behavior. Talk about bad behavior. You can find me there on Facebook, Eli H. Ivory, as long as you're a real person. Lovely to meet you. If you're a bot, cannot greet you. I have no credit card to give you. Muhammad Shabab the Bop. All right, get on out of here. Now, I ain't got nothing for you. Bop, the Bop. If you also go on Facebook.com, you can go to the Project Geisha fan page and see what I have there. Thank you very much for supporting that. Instagram, I'm right there posting up the hearts and the likes and seeing who guys have something to say. EIV504 is where you'll find me there. And of course, on Twitter, or what's now known as X, you can find me at Hancock 10166. That's just crazy. I keep thinking Professor Xavier's running that.
I think a listener X.
I thought
Yeah.
Twitter converted to Muslim.
I know, right? Like, I can't eat pork while I post. Oh, no.
Twitter going Islam.
Oh, man, I can't handle it. I can't handle it. You only get 30 characters and you can't eat pork. I don't know what to do.
I saw myself on the other day. I'm like, what did I download? Something called X. Somebody hacked my phone.
Yeah, that's what you know what, to be fair, that's what I thought too, because I would get notifications when people post up stuff on the podcast or random stuff and just come saying X. And the way it's made, I thought it was like a cologne or something. I was like, this has got to. I was sent
did
to.
I download anything sexy? I was like, I don't remember this.
I was gonna say I'm pretty good with that. Like, you know, I don't download a lot of apps and stuff, so I was like, man, that's weird. But yes, it's Twitter, but now X. Hancock 10166 stays the same unless they tell me different.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully not, because I really hate to change that. I'm really grown fond of it.
Fair, yeah.
So yes, so please support all of that. And if you appreciate the madness, you're just bringing me the gladness. Thank you very much.
And if you want to book a vacation down to Walt Disney World, specifically Epcot, so you have a chance to ride in the same Remy ride vehicle as the other Robert Fitzpatrick did.
Oh, please don't do that.
You can book it through Rachel, and she's about to tell you how to do that.
This is Rachel, one of the hosts of the Magic Our Way podcast. I would be honored to help your family book your vacation to Disney destinations, Universal, cruise lines, and major hotel brands around the world. Booking with me is at no extra cost to you. The cost of a travel agent is built into the cost of your vacation, whether you use one or not. And when you book with me, a little bit of your trip comes back to support the podcast and the fan community here at Magic Our Way. You can reach me at Rachel, Rachel, at magicourway.com, or you can find me at R, the letter R, Family Magic, so Our Family Magic, on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. You can also give me a call or a text. My phone number is 978-432-WISH. Reach out today and let's make some magic with your family vacation.
So if y'all want to access the info we just mentioned, go to magicourway.com/about us. Also, if you want to elevate your support of the Magic Our Way podcast, go to patreon.com/magicourway. There you will find 6 awesome tiers to support the show. Any way in which you can support the show is deeply appreciated. We also want to thank you for being a loyal listener, and we always love hearing from our listeners. All opinions are always welcome in the Magic Our Way podcast, so make sure you get in touch with us today. So, Mohicans, we say Kwaharini. My name is Kevin.
And I'm Danny.
Magic out.